Cheers, everybody. We're the Crafty Crafters.
Yeah.
We're joined with our friend Brittany, and we have Andrea here, my assistant.
Hello.
And we're going to go through a review of our last class of the single crochet and the chain. The important thing I want y'all to remember is that when you're starting your next row, you're actually going to start each row with a fake stitch, and that fake stitch is that chain 2 that I taught y'all at the end of the last class when you did your first chain. When you added that 2 to make it 22, then that created the fake stitch that starts the next row. Every row will start with a fake stitch, which is a chain 2 or a chain 3. Chain 2 I use for both single crochets and doubles. Some people use only a chain 1 for a single crochet. I think it lays in better just to go ahead and use 2. Only chain 3 when I'm using the triple crochet, and we are not even there yet. So we're going to be working with the double crochet, and we're going to do a quick review of what I taught you last week. I'm unraveling what we got here. I'm going to start right from the beginning and work right through it. And we're going to go right to the double crochet in the middle of this. So I got my trusty wooden dowel hook, the trainer, and we're going to start with the slip knot. Start from the beginning. We've got our basic slip knot, teardrop shape. Slide it on. Get it just nice and loose, just enough for passage of the string going through. So we're going to chain, I'm going to chain 10, you're going to chain, you've already chained 22 on yours. So chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're just going to start the next row, so we're going to chain 2. That's going to be the fake stitch for the first row. Chain 2 more, 1, 2, then I'll have 12. So when you turn this up, that creates that fake beginning that should be a single crochet, but we're actually just chaining 2 to make that look like a single crochet. So that's why we get down to the 4th chain, go through the chain, pick up, do your single crochet. You got 3, pull through 1, through 2. That's your first stitch. And we're going to go all the way down. I'm going to work it all the way down. Y'all have already done this enough, I hope, that we're just reviewing it. I just wanted to rebuild the whole thing for you because we're going right to the double crochet after I finish this. So we're going to finish the where are we at?
We're on the single crochet.
Yeah, I meant to get that through there. We're just going to work all the way down that 10, and we're going to turn it and add on. So I hope everybody's learning the way to rotate your hook. You're feeling groovy with that. A lot of times some people get caught up that they let go of this hook and then they start manipulating with their fingers. That works long enough to go through the stitch, but you're actually defeating the purpose of the hook. So get used to just using that hook. Everything in your left hand, if you're right-handed, is going to be what you're working with, the working end of the string. I'm left-handed, so everything, my hook is in my left hand. I am a perfect mirror image for y'all on the right hand. So that's why we're doing video this way. So when you look at it, the only opposite thing that you have to realize is that when I'm coming over, you see I'm pulling the yarn from the back side towards me. And that's what you need to do as a right-hander, is pull it from the back side forward. It's going to look different on the video to you, but come over the back side, and that creates that third loop that you're going to pull through. What am I doing here, guys?
All right, so I don't go past that.
Huh?
That's the last one I
Are
go
you on there? Are you at 20?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Andrea's already way ahead of me because she's got the little line and I got the big one.
Wine break.
And I keep trying to put a double crochet in everything, guys. And on the single. Also, some of y'all may have felt like your tension is too tight. You're having a hard time pulling the hook through. Just remember to loosen that loop up a little bit. Create that teardrop so that the head of your hook will pass through real easy, and it makes it a lot simpler when you're creating the stitch. You can always cinch it down in the end. You don't have to keep it tight all the way through. We're on the last couple of stitches, and then we're making our turn to do double crochet. Double crochet is exactly that. We're taking the single crochet, but we're actually creating another loop that makes it a double. See how we have 3 here? When we go to the double, it's gonna, I'll show you, it's gonna increase to 4. Last stitch. Always a booger. Okay, so we've finished the first row of single crochets. Now I want you to look at the top. This is where you're going on the next row. You're going in between each one of these V's that's on the top. Each one. That is your next hole. You can see where I'm putting my thumb through. It's through underneath every 2. You're going underneath 2, and you're going right into the middle of the single crochet you just created. Everybody see that? All right, so we're going to chain 2. A lot of people like to chain 2 before they flip it. I'll do either, it doesn't matter. But chain 2, that's the beginning of the next row. And it comes out that it's perfectly the same size as a double crochet. That's a chain 2 on top for the next row. See how it begins the row? So now we're working our way across. We're going into the second link on the top because you've already completed the first with the fake. So we're going to yarn over one time before we go through. This just creates the double crochet. We're going to go through the middle now after we've yarned over, and we're going to pick up. Now we have 3. We got 3. Now we're going to yarn over again. Now we have 4. See that? We have 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the double single crochet. So now we yarn over. We've already yarned over. We're going to pull through 2. Now we have 2 left. Remember on the single crochet we had 1. But now we have 2, and we got to finish it by yarning over again and pulling through those 2. That is a double crochet. And that's what makes it different than a single. You're actually going through, you're yarning over before you go through to pick up. So you yarn over, go through the chain on the top of the single crochets you just created. Now you have 3. Work that across. Now you have 4. Pull the first one through 2. Now you have 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 again. That completes your double crochet. Everybody see that? Now I'm going to keep working across, and then we'll do one more row, And
do I chain anything between the double crochets?
nope,
Okay.
no chain at all between. No, you're not putting any extra chain on. You're just attaching it right next to the next from the last stitch you did. So you're at 4 again. I yarned over. You got 4. Pull through 2. You can cinch it down a little bit if you want. Pull through 2 again. Whammo. Double crochet. Yarn over. Go through. Pick up. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. So every time you're going to complete a stitch, you're always going to yarn over. Until we get into some of the more complicated stitches, these are the basics. So we're going to yarn over, go through our single crochet top, pick up, pull through. That leaves 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. That leaves 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So you're actually pulling through 2 twice on a double crochet. Hence the double crochet. Single, you're pulling through 2 one time. Double, you're pulling through 2 twice. On a triple, right, you're pulling through 3 times. So we're going to finish this row. I got a couple more stitches left.
I got it a lot.
And we'll make a turn. While I'm doing this, I want you to realize that, you know, our Crafty Crafters isn't just about crocheting. This is just mine and Andrea's part of getting y'all introduced to crochet. There are other artists in our family that have other mediums that they use for their art, and I invite all of you to use this page to teach your skill. There are people out there that want to learn, and this is what I want us to do for this year. It's the year of growth, and we're going to keep growing. Andrea and I are learning a lot about video right now.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna make some music videos soon.
So every time we're learning something new, I'm telling her that, hey, we're growing. So
we are, and we could all grow together.
and it doesn't matter. We're not going to get fined or anything. Okay, so I've made it to the end, and at the end is that fake stitch that I've told y'all about. Okay, and if you look at it real close, if you don't complete it, your art is going to be off 1 stitch. And if you keep doing that, it's just going to continually gradually go down this way like a triangle until you're like, hey, why is this getting smaller? Well, it's because we're not catching that last stitch. And it's right there, guys. It looks kind of funky, but if I stick my stick through it, that's it. That's the one. So we're going to go through and we're going to yarn over and do a double crochet through that one as well. Yarn over, go through, pick up, bring it through. It's always a little tight because of the tightness of your work that you've already done. It kind of makes everything tighten up. We're back to 4 again. We're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Boom. Now we just completed a row. We have,
All right,
where you at?
is that the false one?
Yep, right there. Find 2 and go through it. So don't worry about, you know, which 2 exactly. Find 2, go through them, pick up on that fake stitch. Okay? So if you look now, I have perfectly balanced, and I have the same number of stitches on each row. Everybody see that? This is the fake one right here on my index finger tapping. That is the fake one, but when you look at it from a distance, nobody's going to tell this. You will tell because you're the artist. But it's that way in this art always when you're doing any type of linear type work. It'll always start. Even when you're doing circular work and you're building up in sections, you're still going to start with a fake stitch to start that row, always. So it only depends on what kind of stitch you're using, on how many you chain on that. Some people start the single crochet with just one chain before they start that row. I like to use both 2 on single and double, and I always use the 3 on the triple. All right, so to go back in, we're going to put another double row on this, and just to get a little more practice on it. This is the end now that we're going to start at, and we start with a fake crochet, with a fake stitch, a fake double, which is going to be chain 2. So chain 2 through there, 1, 2, and now we're going to work our way across. And if you look, now the top of the doubles is the same as the top as the singles that you had. It's V's all the way down, all the way down. We're going underneath each one of these 2 where my fingers are. See it? You got it?
Yeah. I think they can see it.
So we're going to get better at this, guys, but right now
we're learning and growing.
We're keeping it family oriented, and if there's something that you don't see that we're showing, definitely let us know so we can cover it for you. I don't want y'all to miss any of this. This is the basics. But each one of these V's, each one of these teardrops going up, you're going to be going underneath those 2. So your first one is already done. You chain 2. Now you're skipping to the second one. Yarn over. Go through the second stitch of that top of that double crochet. You've pulled through. Now you got 3. You've yarned over. You pull through 2. Yarn over again. Pull through 2. Let's work our way across it, and we'll wrap this video up. That'll be those 2 rows, and it'll give y'all something to work on. The next class, we're going to be going right into triple, and after we finish the triple class, then we're going to work on our first project. I think that the video that we're doing right now has a lot to do with the COVID days that we're dealing with, and this is our way of getting close to you. I want to look at, when we do our projects, I would like us to do like a Zoom type situation where we're on a live feed and all of us can talk to each other, and I can see each one of y'all, and we can help each other
your
through
progress.
the problems.
Yeah.
The first project is going to be a dish rag, and it uses all the stitches that I've just put into this little Crochet 101 class. So what is left is the triple after we do the double. So we're happy that we've gotten a lot of good feedback, and we're happy that this is taken off the way it is. I'm glad. I think that it's something that we've all been missing, socially interacting with each other and actually learning a new art is something that we should be doing with our time, guys. I mean,
definitely.
Instead of getting ourselves in situations where we're spreading this stuff, we should be learning a new skill. And if crochet's not it, then you can try painting, you can try knitting, you can try all these other genres of art that we have in our family here. And this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking for the artists to come forward and tell me what you want to do. I think that we ought to make either Saturdays a featured event for outside artists. Sundays we would like to keep for the crochet part. And then Saturdays can be, spotlight, but
yeah.
You don't have to do it on Saturday, artists. All you have to do is provide us a video that we can post for you, and then it will we'll feature it on Saturdays. Okay, so I think it's a viable plan right now, and if it doesn't work out that way, there's always room for improvement. So I'm down to that last stitch again of that double crochet, that fake stitch that I made, and it's the tight one. So We're going to yarn over, go through, pick up, and finish the row. Now we have 2 rows of double crochet. How are you looking, Andrea?
I don't know if, is that the end?
That looks great.
Yay.
All right, so as you can see,
I'll go under you.
all of our hold your corners up. See, all of our rows are even because whoop, that's all right. Since we didn't miss the last stitch. So if we missed the last stitch, it would look like this. Boom. See that, guys? If I hold that up and I think I'm finished, I'm really not, because that fake stitch hasn't been filled in.
Oh, it's a big difference.
See there? So you'll be able to look at your piece and know that, hey, this looks like a little off. Same thing if you add too many and you look at it, it'll look wonky, like you have more instead of less. So you'll be able to calibrate your eye and know that you are right on track. Plus you can go right back and count your top of your stitches again,
which is a good practice.
And count. I mean, I'm using 20 as a standard for y'all, so y'all know, basically how many y'all should have. I have 10. So if I count the fake, there's 1,
actually I'm missing
2,
one.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right on time, and that's where you want to be. So I'm gonna hold this close up for y'all. So this is actually a chain row of 10 with a single row of single crochet with 2 rows of double crochet. Now you're welcome to make your piece as much as you want while you're practicing. We should post another video within 2 days, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
So
or
we could
Saturday.
probably do it. You want to do it Sunday?
We'll do it very soon.
Triple crochets next. So
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Thank you
Keep
guys
crocheting.
for tuning in.
We love you.
Stay
Thanks
crafty, you crafty crafters.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Peace, love.